You're watching the 2025 SCAC Track and Field Media Days. Today, we're taking a look at University of St. Thomas track and field programs. Celts will once again be led as they head into the season. The guys at Head Coach Jarrick Wright, along with leadership from senior Matthew Hicks on the men's side and junior Trinity Provost on the women's side. And Coach Matthew, Trinity, thanks so much for joining us today.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Coach, we'll open up with you heading into year two of head coach of these two programs and someone who's been around since the inception of UST track. I'm just interested, what you learned over the course of that first season as the head coach, the one in charge, and just where have you seen the biggest growth with these two programs over these last couple of years and your excitement coming into the start of the
season? Really with the team, both sides, just expectations. On the men's side, just constantly trying to run the fastest times at the conference meet and the jump the best marks. Same thing with the women. Really going to second year now, we have a bigger staff, a bigger team. So we're excited to see what we can do leading into outdoor season.
Matthew, for this men's program, where was the energy of this team? How would you describe the energy of this group coming into this season? What is motivating this team coming into this year? And, just how excited are you from a team perspective to come into this season?
Yeah, so we definitely established a bit of a culture, especially with the men's side. The freshmen coming in, huge shout out to them. They are consistently working hard. They're taking care of their grades. They're just putting their priorities in line, and we've appreciated that amongst the upperclassmen for sure. So the culture as a whole has been improving, and honestly, it's starting to get established for sure.
Trinity, kind of similarly, I'm interested just, in a vibe check with the women's team right now. How is this group starting to come together? How is the chemistry starting to develop with this team? And, for you, what are you most excited for from a team perspective heading into this new season?
So with the closeness, I feel like it's really became really, really good. Really made a really big sisterhood with one another. And we all just been excited for one another because we all have these big goals on our side of the team. Women's, and we just want to see all of our our sisters win, and they just really played a big part, even though they're not running that day or they're not feeling too well. We always can step back and always cheer for the other person, because one day then they'll come up and then we'll all just be there together and just do our part. So it's really well.
Coach, how have the leaders stepped up on these two programs and set the tone with these groups coming into the season? Who are some of those leaders you anticipate, leaning on both on and off the track? And, just what excites you most about these two teams heading into the season? What do you want fans to know about these groups as they get prepared for another Celts track and field year?
We honestly have a lot of leaders. We have Matthew and Trinity right next to me, obviously, but we also have Bryce McIntyre. We have Christina Stinson. We have a few of them. Honestly, it started really with Matthew's freshman year. They came in and kind of set the tone, and then each recruiting class that's come into our program year after year, they've done their part making sure that they kind of understand the transition from high school to college, just knowing that itself's going to be a little more, something to be afraid of. And our freshmen and even our sophomores and juniors, even after them, they still can seem to pick up their skill talent, their level of, just competition, where we're seeing scoring points at the conference meet at the end of the year. So we got a lot of good captains, and we're just hoping to, keep that ball rolling.
Matthew, you're coming off of a breakthrough season last year as a junior, winning the SCAC high jump, getting to the top of the podium after back-to-back runner-up finishes the two previous years. Now, I'm interested just how do you handle those big pressure moments? What have you learned works best for you in those intense environments? And, breaking through, being an SCAC champion, what did that do for you just in terms of your confidence coming into this senior year?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely excelled my confidence going into this indoor season, but just remaining humble, trusting God, and just taking one foot in front of the other and just pushing. I'm still liking how this indoor season has gone comparatively to my previous years, but just kept my confidence high, don't get too high, don't get too low, and then just keep trusting God in the process.
Trinity, similar, you're coming off of an outstanding sophomore campaign as well, breaking through, winning the 200 after finishing runner-up your first year, also a top 3 finisher last year in the 100, been a part of successful relay teams as well. And I guess my question is just, what is it like to be fast? How does that feeling feel? And, what are some things that maybe fans don't quite realize are important when it comes to your training and being successful out there on the track?
Well, I never knew how fast I could be. I don't know. I just feel like when I just kept having that faith and like myself and like, God also, it just kind of like just went to give me like breakthroughs I had to like get through also. And then on top of that, it's just, I don't know, I just have like, and then through the training process, it just gave like that pressure of like, I need to be better, I need to do better. And like, it just really, it helped me out. Cause like, I really came from not knowing something to being something, right? It just, it feels pretty good, you know?
Coach, I think one of the great things about track is kind of this idea of marrying a bunch of individual successes and coming together for one common team goal. And so I'm interested, just from your vantage point as the head coach, how do you kind of marry those two together? What is your philosophy messaging to kind of support those individual goals, but also keep everyone together in that same page to work towards that team goal as well?
Kind of the goal we kind of aim for is just kind of certain milestones. So obviously, with Matt, he's trying to get 17 the high jump. With our sprinters, with the women in particular, they're trying to break 25 or 26 seconds in the 200. So they all have the same goals, and the fact that they see that they're like-minded with those same goals. That's what brings the team together. So when we get to practice, it's not like, oh, it's just like one, like running fast. Like, no, we're all trying to get to that same time, that same type of opportunity where if we can go 1-3, at conference, that's what we want to see. Like our 4x1 team with the women's side, I know they're out for vengeance. They want to get their gold medal back. It's been a while, but the fact it's a collective effort, especially for the incoming freshmen, it'll be an exciting year.
Finally, as we wrap up with our two student athletes, I'm interested just, as these programs continue to grow because of, the work and the effort that the two of you have put in along with your teammates, the bar continues to be raised there at St. Thomas when it comes to these track and field programs. So when you've had conversations with your teammates about some of the goals and expectations, coming into this season, what have those conversations looked like? And ultimately, what do you two see as being key to accomplishing those goals heading into the year for your groups?
Yeah, so it's majority just don't be satisfied. I mean, we're going for some huge standards, some huge marks, and we're just building upon that. We come to practice ready to work every single day. I mean, again, huge shout out to the underclassmen. They've been putting in some significant effort over these past few months, and it's been showing. We've been seeing great improvements amongst all sides of every event, and it's just don't be satisfied. Whatever you see at the end of the day is not a reflection of you. Just keep pushing, keep working hard, and then you'll see the results that you're working for.
And then on top of that, I would say like I tell people to get out their comfort zone because like you stay too comfortable, you don't stay in the same place. And then like I try to give them a hard push to make sure like they're reaching their goals and like also that's what you want, you have to go get it. You can't just like sit there and just like think it might happen or like it just might never happen. You just, stay in that uncomfortability and like, you just have to push for it.
Finally, Coach, as we wrap up with you, what's been the message to these two teams as you started to prepare them for this outdoor season? It's been fun to hear from your leaders about just their excitement with both of their groups coming into the season and the hard work that they put in. So what's kind of been your message to sort of set the table, lay the foundation for these seasons heading into the year?
New season, new challenges, new expectations. We've seen, conference champions. So far. We've seen, a few of our athletes get freshman of the year, which our small young program has been, exciting to see. But with these things, my team captain's right next to me, like they're looking beyond conference. So really setting some of that just for conference, but like just from the country. Hey, like we have a strong track and field team here in Houston, Texas.
University of St. Thomas track and field program. Once again, the Celts will be led as they head into the season. The guys, Head Coach Jarrick Wright, along with leadership from senior Matthew Hicks on the men's side and junior Trinity Provost on the women's side. Coach Wright and the Celts will open up the 2025 outdoor season when they head to the Southwestern Invite on March 1st. Coach, Trinity, Matthew, thanks so much for your time today and best of luck as you head forward to the rest of the season.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.